Hello, friends. This is Major General Nilendra Kumar for the YouTube channel Lex Consilium Foundation. I read to you today from the book Tata Stories 40 Timeless Tales to Inspire You. And the book is authored by Harish Bhat. It is a national bestseller. The publishers are Penguin Random House. This is 2021 edition. The book is available at all leading bookstores in India. Can also be ordered online. I read to you from chapter 18. The heading is Memorable Letter to a School Teacher. In the year 1965, JRD Tata received a letter from a school teacher in Kolkata named K.C. Bhansali. His response to Bhansali is not just memorable, but one that each of us can cherish. Here is the story of this letter and why it is so extraordinary. K.C. Bhansali, in his letter dated 6th August 1965, inquired of JRD Tata about the guiding principles of his life. This educationist lived in Havana and he was keen to understand the principles which had governed JRD's life, which had already made a huge impact on the country by then. In 1965, when JRD received this letter, he was 61 years of age. It was now 27 years since he had assumed charge as chairman of the Tata Group. By then, he had already given the country its first commercial airline, Tata Airlines, now Air India. He had guided the establishment of Tata Motors, then called Telco. He had given India the Bombay Plan, the country's first comprehensive economic plan, along with three other prominent industrialists, the Tata Memorial Hospital and the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. Two iconic national institutions had been established during his tenure as chairman, and this was just the tip of the iceberg. As chairman of the Tata Group and of several companies, JRD would no doubt have been caught up in a busy schedule. It would perhaps have been simple to ignore the school teacher's letter or request one of his officers to send him a brief response out of courtesy. Instead, JRD Tata took the time and effort to craft out a detailed and thoughtful response. Here is the extraordinary letter that he wrote to Bhansali on 13 September 1965. I quote, Dear Mr. Bhansali, I thank you for your letter of the 6th August inquiring what have been the guiding principles which have kindled my path and my career. I do not consider myself to be an illustrious personality, but only an ordinary businessman and citizen who has tried to make the best of his opportunities to advance the cause of India's industrial and economic development. Any such guiding principle I might unconsciously have had in my life can be summarized as follows: that nothing worthwhile is ever achieved without deep thought and hard work. That one must think for oneself and never accept at their face value slogans and catchphrases to which, unfortunately, our people are too easily susceptible. That one must forever strive for excellence or even perfection in any task, however small, and never be satisfied with the second best. That no success or achievement in material terms is worthwhile unless it serves the needs or interests of the country and its people and is achieved by fair and honest means. That good human relations not only bring great personal rewards but are essential to the success of any enterprise. Yours sincerely, JRD Tata. Unquote. I have found this letter extraordinary because it is so simple and yet so powerful. In less than 200 words, JRD Tata had put forward the guiding principles by which he lived his life. When I first read this brief letter, it brought to my mind President Abraham Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address, which was less than 275 words in length. The most powerful ideas are inevitably communicated in such compact and brief piece of communication. They do not need lengthy documents or oration. The letter is very thoughtfully crafted because it puts forward 5 independent principles which are enmeshed with each other in the creation of a good, successful and fulfilling life. Hard work, thoughtfulness, excellence, ethical behavior, good human relations, and patriotism. JRD has drawn these excellent principles not from any fancy theoretical construct, but also from his own life experiences, which are always the best teacher. The letter resonates with every reader. In fact, each of these principles is a pointer that we can use in our own lives, wherever we are and whatever we are engaged in. All of us wish to work hard and we would like to be thoughtful. Don't we often wish we could push ourselves even more to attain excellence, even perfection in everything we do? And so many of us aspire to do something impactful for our nation and community ahead of everything else. It is possible for us to take to heart each of these points and apply them to our everyday work, whether we are completing a work project or deciding on how to engage with a colleague. And finally, this letter is so simple to understand. It has no traces of management jargon. JRD has written these guiding principles in simple, straightforward, yet perfect English, which is a pleasure to read. This is the art of simplicity in communication that we often forget when we get sucked into the jargon and hyperbole of the corporate world. No wonder Edgar F. Kaiser, the American industrialist, said this to JRD Tata in his letter of February 1972. I have commented before on your ability to use the English language. I repeat again, I don't know anyone who does it better. For more than 30 years now, JRD Tata's guiding principles and extracts from this memorable letter have stood on my work desk at the Tata Group, printed on a bright laminated board that also bears his photograph. Whenever I need a special burst of motivation or some internal guidance, I look at these simple, powerful points and always draw great energy from them. I think this extraordinary letter and the principles it sets forth will stand the test of time. Thank you.